Good morning, everyone. Hello, how are you doing? I'm just gonna wait and see if anyone is gonna jump on. It's Wednesday, 9:30. So, where's everyone? Are you already out getting your Christmas gifts? Or are you working? If you're here, say something, say hello. No, don't say something, that sounds stupid if you put in the chat box something. Good morning, Emma. How have you been doing? Hope you're all good. Got more people watching. Let me see who is on. I don't see any faces, so please type something, say that you're here. Let me know that you're there, so I'm not all by myself. Or, well, with Emma, because Emma's here. I don't see any comments coming in. Emma, can you please post something so that I know that you're there? That you, or that at least I am connecting. I don't see any comments. Safar, I see you watching. Good morning. How have you been? Are you okay? It looks like the comments are not working. I just see like 2 people are watching. Not sure. I see that more people are on though. So maybe I might have the same thing as Harj and Usha had lately with the comments. I think the comments weren't working then either. So I'm gonna give it a few more seconds and then I am going into the message of today. Are you getting ready for the holiday season? I think I'm not sure, but I will check this weekend as I will be in London this weekend. I think you in the UK are more into the Christmas season already. Am I correct with that? Because we are getting ready for Christmas, but in Holland we do have a different type of how do you say that? A different type of holiday before, which is actually this Monday. It's kind of like Santa Claus, but we call it Sinterklaas, which sounds quite similar. Anyway, so they have, it's more like for children, and but it's the same idea as Santa Claus. So they are putting that up first, and then it goes over to Christmas. I like Christmas a lot. I like the whole decoration, stuff like that. So that's why I thought about the message and what am I going to do today. And I thought, let's talk about gifts. So, because the holiday season and Christmas is a lot about gifts and about presents. And so I was wondering, what is your gift? I'm a giver, so I like to give things away. So I have like a gift box at home somewhere, which has all kinds of different stuff, just in case that, for example, unexpectedly I am going somewhere. So I have a gift at my house, for example. So a few years ago, when I think it was the year that COVID threw away all Christmas, and shops were closed, and we couldn't get presents anymore. You know what? I was already done. Actually, my best friend came over to me, and she needed some gifts for her, some of her family members, and we just looked into the box and found everything. What I want to say is about what kind of gifts do you give? You give more than you think, because it's not always the gift itself. For me, for example, when I try to give someone something, I will always, good morning, Lorraine. I will always, it's more the thought behind it, probably, than the gift itself. Because I always try to think of something original and there's always a message behind it. For example, when I had people helping me with my show, I wanted to give them something. And so it was like a small box of chocolate, but I put in a special kind of doll that I bought, which had a quote on. It was kind of like a voodoo doll, but then with a positive message saying, I will help you being brave, blah, 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 or I will help you trust your intuition, blah. There was something behind it. So you don't always need to give big gifts. You know what? Some gifts don't cost any money and are priceless. Sometimes it's just the gift of your attention, of you thinking about someone. So, for example, if you send out a message to someone that you think about, or make it a positive message, I think those gifts are priceless. And then after giving, there's also a receiving part. So I want to talk about that too, because I was thinking about it. And this year, normally I spend Boxing Day with my kind of bonus family. Long story to explain, but yeah, they are not relatives by blood, but they are by heart. And it grew that way. And we always spend Boxing Day together. This year, my bonus sister-in-law is from the Philippines, and she wants to go to to her family. She's not there. We were joking about it, so we thought, okay, I thought maybe we'll spend it with half of the bonus family. I already have most gifts. I've already bought a lot of gifts for and now what? Guess what? We're probably not spending it together. So, and these are really Christmas related gifts. So I probably am stuck with Christmas gifts for 2 years. But I thought it was funny. And then I came up with the thought, okay, I will pass it on. I can always find people that can use a gift, or you can cheer up with a small gift. And then I was with my mom the other day, and we needed to get her some gifts for relatives, relationships gifts. And what happened was that my mom said something. Oh, we looked at something and that might be suitable for my brother. And this is the very, very first year, which I find really, really hard to do, that I'm not going to buy any gifts for my brother or for my mother. And there's a reason behind it. Because they don't know how to receive it. And I think this is really important. Because it is a circle. The thing is, I bought them gifts because I wanted to give them something with my heart. I wanted to show them in that way also that I appreciate them, that I love them. And what do you do if you receive a gift? Well, my brother is not really that good in it. My brother has apparently a different love language, which is okay, but you need to understand it. So I bought these gifts, wrapped it, thought about it, blah, 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 put them there. And then my brother, instead of saying, thank you, I appreciate that, or I really, really like that, he went moaning, saying, oh, and we shouldn't do gifts, and we weren't supposed to get gifts, blah, 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 blah. That was not funny. He didn't mean it that way, but actually what he did was rejected, well, my gift or my love. No, but he didn't mean that. Get it? So the message behind this is, if someone gives you a gift, and this could also go for a compliment, are you willing to open up and receive it? I found it hard too at first, until I learned the process and the psychology behind it, because it's not about the gift. It's about them showing their appreciation. So if someone, for example, if someone gives you a compliment saying, oh, what a nice shirt you've got on, are you then able to say, thank you, I agree, Because you bought, apparently you liked it when you bought it, right? Or are you saying, oh, this old thing, blah, blah, blah. There's a difference. If you reject it or say, for example, if you say, oh, this old thing, blah, 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 you are not letting in the compliment, but you are actually in some way rejecting the other person as well, which is not really nice. I gave my aunt a gift, a small present, because we go out for dinner twice a year normally, for our birthdays. And I bought this really small thing. And my aunt said, oh, and you weren't supposed to be buying gifts, blah, blah, blah. And then all of a sudden I got it and I said, well, does this mean that you don't like it? No. I said, why are you actually saying this? Well, it wasn't needed. I said, but I wasn't talking about need. I wanted to give this to you because I love you and because I care. And I saw this, I thought about you, and I thought this would really suit you. So if you are, I said, do you feel better that you respond this? No. I said, so why are you doing this? Because you are actually now, you liked it, right? Yeah. I said, so what is wrong with saying, thank you, I really like it? And then I saw a shift in her and I'm going like, oh yeah, that's right. Weeks later, she comes and she bought me a gift. And she came in and I opened it and it was really nice. And I went like, I'm not sure. Do I respond to you in the same way as you did? Or should I now just say, thank you, I really appreciate it, because I really do. I said, but you blame me for buying you gifts. Now you're buying me gifts. So it's the other way around. So I hope you get what I'm saying. There is actually a 3-step in the whole giving and receiving, because it needs to be in balance. So if you give it's a 3-way circle, they say. So if you receive something, then you need to be with it. So whether it's a compliment or I don't know, something material, it could be anything. Be with it first. And then after you've been with it, it's your turn to give something away. It doesn't have to be that same thing, but to give something away. But it's like a 3-way step. Because if you don't have it in balance, if you are not able to, most people are better in giving than in receiving, and I'm a perfect example of it. But if you're not good at receiving, the giving also is not in balance. Good morning, Tracy. So there needs to be balance in giving and receiving. You can apply this to any situation as well. So it doesn't just go for gifts, it goes for any situation. I mean, for example, this morning I had a really weird experience. I had a really great evening last night because I went to auditions from a comedy night. I went to watch this time, but there were a lot of famous Dutch comedians, and it was like comedian Mecca or something. I don't know how it was called. I thought, oh my God, these are famous, and whatever, and I had a really nice conversation with a few of them, which was really nice. It triggered something in my head because, hey, apparently, I mean, I don't care if anyone is famous or not. You're going to the same loo. You smell even probably the same. Well, maybe not the same, but just as bad as me. I hope you get the point. So what I'm saying is, it doesn't make any difference. But because they are further ahead on the road and they have more experience, so I might, well, not look up to them, but I thought, oh, I want to learn more, or I want to learn from them. And what we intend to do is make ourselves a little bit smaller. Coming to it, this morning I was so grateful because I had a really great conversation with 2 of them. And I was so grateful. And I thought, this is really nice. And then when I was thinking about this topic, I also realized that suddenly I realized that the things I was going through my year in my head, thinking what all had happened, and not everything was that good. But you know what? I suddenly started crying, and it was just gratitude. And I realized all those things that happened, like more of us say, life is happening for you, not against you. And suddenly I was so grateful for everything that had happened, for the experiences I've got this year. It was painful, some moments. But how can you, and I said this to someone else yesterday, how can you know what light is if you don't know what dark is? And in the darkest hour, that's when the most brightest stars will shine. And that could be even in people. So just a little bit of attention could be a great gift for anyone, just anyone. So what I'm saying is, everything in life is actually a gift. So it's not just the holiday season, but I just came up with it because I like the holiday season. Everyone's getting gifts, blah, blah, blah. And I just realized today that I thought, who am I going to buy a gift for this year then? Aside from my two best friends. Because I'm not seeing a lot of people then, probably. And I felt bad because I love giving. And then I thought, well, I can still give in other ways. And that's what I'm doing. Actually, talking about gifts, since I'm losing weight and I have lost 12.5 kilos so far, I decided my rings are too big. Look, they are just going off my fingers. Apparently, I am 1.5 size ring-wise smaller. So they need to resize my rings. But then I had nothing on. And I thought, that is not good. So I bought myself this gift yesterday. And I thought, do I need it? No. Do I like it? Yes. Did I deserve it? And then there was this trick going like, yes. Because I've been hard on myself. But why? It's the same amount of energy as if you are loving yourself. So I thought, okay. And I just bought the ring. I just thought, okay, let's give myself a present, a gift. So, good morning, Samantha. So, wrapping this up, I want to say, what is your gift? Because we can talk about gifts for hours, by the way, because you know what? You are the gift. You are the gift that you, for the world. And hey, maybe not everyone thinks the same way, but they don't have to. You are a gift to your family, your friends, your maybe your boss. Maybe you are the boss, so for your employees, think about it. You on your own, without anything, you are the gift. You don't have to be or do anything special to be special, because you already are. You are a diamond. So, what is the gift that you want to give out? And what do you want to receive? And can you be with them? So with that message, I will leave you today because I've been going on for way too long already. And I will see you somewhere soon. And then we'll talk about it. Let me know in the comments. If you're watching this on replay, please put on #replay. And let me know how you feel about the gifts. And I wish you all a wonderful day. And as Jason always says, don't you ever, ever, ever let anyone or anything ruin your day. You know why, my friends. You are the gift. Have a good day. Bye.